Tell you what, airing the tyres down with one of these things, it's okay, relatively safe, but I think the cores inside the valves can be a bit iffy sometimes, so you probably pay to carry some spare cores. But yeah, I've got them down to about 32, so I'm running 32 instead of 38, and I think that'll be a little bit more less punishing on the tyres, so we'll have a crack with that, see how we go. Should feel a little less skatey as well, but I've just got to be careful of potholes too now. So obviously these being road tyres, the sidewalls are not designed to flex too much and take too much load, so you know, riding hard surfaces like this at speed is probably not a good idea. I mean, I'm not an expert, but from what I'm led to understand, but with little turn-offs just up here, I reckon. So the thing is, got a big 4x4 with big ass tyres, you know, some of those profiles on the tyres, man, they're like, they're chunky as, so they can soak up a lot of shit. Now it's just here, surely, it's just here it is, Holland Road. Yeah, here we go. Now see, there's a lot of big fuck off rocks here, so I really do need to take it easy. When I say big enough to shred me tyres. You know, there's a bit of soft stuff, but there's also these rocks that stick up. So I've just got to not go flat out and sort of drive blind. I've got to see where I'm going and make sure there's nothing poking up that's going to attack my treads. Give me another puncture. It's a bit sandy, not too bad. Yeah, some of those triangular rocks, got to make sure too that my sidewalls don't cop any. You know, if I had all-terrain tyres on here, I could go a lot quicker and be a lot less careful. But you know, once you've got them on, mate, they're on, and fuel economy goes through the roof, and you've got noise and doesn't handle as well on road. So for me, I mean, it's hard to say percentage wise, but like I was saying, I do about 300 k's of blacktop commuting to work, straight road shit, and then on the weekend I might come out and play, but not every weekend, you know. I've got a motorbike to do that generally, but now it's off the road, that's why I'm doing it in this. And we've also got a camper van as well, so you know, the camper van gets us places as well. But I don't want to just go down and, you know, change my tyres over and just lose all that fuel economy just to have a bit of fun on the weekend, you know. So if it was a second car, like if I had a car that I could commute with, and then I had a four-wheel drive, or if I had this as me, you know, four-wheel drive, so to speak, I would then say, oh fuck it, well that's my play car, mate, I'll whack on whatever I want, pay the price, and fuel, etc., and it'll all be good. But no, I'm not in the position to do that right now, so we won't do that right now. Yeah, so I've been through here before, like I say, a few times, always on the motorbike, and I do recall seeing some, you know, some rockier and sandier sections, so I'm hoping everything's going to be alright. Risky business, shall we say. See, so we come across this, see on the side there you've got a few more bigger rocks. Slow it down a bit to keep that force of the impact of the tyre. I love these trees, I just love this. It's just so nice to look at. I mean, as far as terrain goes, you know, it's not that difficult. It's just the fact that tyre choice is not applicable. See that? I'm a poet, I didn't even know it. See, here we got some fuck off rocks. Lots of little stones, sharp rocks poking up here and there. Just looking to fucking Fuck me in the ass. It's great fun through here on the motorbike, so I tell you. Roosting galore. Well, that's what it's all about, mate, when you're on a dirt bike. So here we go. Look at all the rocks through here. Yes, take it very easy here. Very fucking easy. So I don't want this to be the undoing of me, especially in the tyre department. See, so these rocks here are the ones that I'm concerned about, that are actually in the road. I don't want to be damaging the vehicle, especially my tyres. So, got to just take it easy. Right there, look at that shit just there. Whoa, I lost my footing. I think I might just back up a bit there. And this is sort of the worst of it. Pretty sure, and I'm hoping so. And the rest is a bit more sandy and gravelly. So, we'll see how we go with that. Bit of mud, not a huge amount. So put it this way, if I get a puncture here today, I'm going to not bother doing this kind of shit anymore, because it just means I'm going to get punctures all the time, I have to fix them up and blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm probably just going to have to limit myself to gravel roads and stuff like that, stuff that isn't so rocky. I haven't driven on the beach yet, haven't driven in sand, so that could be interesting. There's a few more rocks here. Don't want to be hitting that shit at speed, man. So yes, I mean, as much as it's a slow process, there's still a bit of concentration involved, because you really got to fucking choose your line and make sure you're not going over some of these sharper rocks, you know. Definitely one thing is to air down. I mean, I could even probably try 30 here, but the guy at Bob James said 30 would be the lowest. But I'm hoping that there's not that much more rocks around. From memory, it gets a bit sandier, then we hit the gravel, so you know, there's some of this stuff which isn't too bad. Fucking rocks, man. A lot of them are reasonably sort of round looking here, it's not too bad. But you know, I had a little fucking piece of sharp tooth rock, man, which was obviously like a bit of shattered rock that got stuck in my wheel, and I don't want that happening. These bigger ones, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be able to roll over, but they do this at my peril. As long as I don't get more than fucking one flat tyre. If I get two, then I'm fucked. Well, at least I can patch it up and pump it up. There is that. But, yeah, there's fucking more rocks in there, look at it. Just take it nice and slow over those sharper fucking rocks. Oh, changing a second too early as well. I do that all the time, actually. Oh, I'd love to put that window down, but you guys are on there, so if I do that, you'll be seeing me dash, and that's about it. Now, I love this spot. This spot's really cool. Hey! Boys! Yeah, tell you what, man, this feels like treading on eggshells. Tell you what, fucking stoned all over the shop. Looks like castle it out there. Yeah, so hopefully the KLR parts turn up shortly, mate. I'll be able to get back on the trail, because it's a lot safer doing that on that than it is in this, as far as the tyres go. It's nice just to find a nice bit of flat stuff without all the big ass rocks on it, you know. But they do pop up. I mean, I could be a bit overcautious. I'm just, you know, remember there's a bit of a hill climb here. It's not huge, but remember it was more sandy than rocky, but it looks like it's a bit of both. So let's try not to fucking shred a tyre. Tell you what, I'll be glad to get back on the road, man, and air those tyres up and make sure there's no fucking hissing. Give you the tip. And if it is hissing, well, fuck me, I will be pissing. Yeah, I've got a feeling that up the Flinders, mate, she's a bit like this too. Which means, again, oh, fucking all the rocks here, man. Fucking fuck. Uphill as well. Yes, which means more driving like this, unless I get suitable tyres. Asking for trouble, mate, I know. Asking for trouble. Definitely asking for trouble. Slow down. You just don't know, mate. Fuck off the rocks, and you just go, oh fuck, I should have been going slow for that. How's the views up here, mate? Pretty awesome, mate. Probably got a photo here, man. Just turn that off for a minute. Is there any fucking hissing? Can't hear any hissing yet on these Bridgestone Turanza Serenities. Not from there. Not from there. Not from there. And not from there. Nothing that's too worrying anyway. I can't hear it, so it can't be too quick. Alrighty, so alright. No hissing yet. Good thing. Let's keep it going nice and easy. But have a look at this countryside, man. It's fucking awesome, isn't it? I'm gonna fucking air down a bit more, eh? I reckon. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so the size of the rocks around here, man, are pretty fucking, pretty decent. Could easily cause some damage. So, let's just move on. Sweating a bit too, Jesus. Ooh, it's getting hot. Let's just keep it easy. Doing 30 psi all round now. Yeah, this stuff here, mate, she's just a tad worrying. But have a look at some of this stuff. It's pretty slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep it moving slowly. So the other thing is too, you're coming down here, when you brake too hard, you're pushing that tyre harder on top of your rocks, you know. It's a balance between not going too quick and putting extra force on them, but you know, not sort of like braking too sudden and just going sticking it in, if you know what I mean. You can just see them all sticking up. Just going down here in neutral at the moment. There's my sidewalls I've got to worry about as well. But yeah, down the end of this, mate, I think she's all good. I can see that. So if I can get through this shit, I'll be home free, hopefully. And this is some of the worst looking shit. I mean, there's a fucking line over here that I've got to take, right in between a fuck off rock. Man, I'm sweating with worry. She's pretty bloody warm though as well, actually. Oh, look at that. I think she's a little bit easier now. I'm gonna whack the aircon on, mate. Fuck me. Well, hang on, we're not out of the woods yet. Yes, Mr. Subaru, I will plug in. Thank you. Man, that is hot work. It's thirsty work. And that beer is going to get in so nice. Oh, there's a bit more of it here. Look, there's more still to come. Bedrock. I'm sticking up and I'm poking your tyre, fucking rocks. It's alright for my front wheels, it's still my back wheels to go, isn't it? You know, it's hard to navigate because you sort of go, oh well, I'll get around that with my front wheels, but my back wheel is going to make it. Slow down, keep it in neutral, roll down the hill. Righto, so I think the GoPro just overheated. So hopefully I got all that footage. Fucking GoPros, man, I'll tell you what, they're a real pain in the fucking ass. Last time I was out last weekend, I had a whole shitload of really cool roads that I lost because it just fucking had a brain fart and lost a whole bunch of shit. You know, one file worth, I guess, which was, you know, a few gigs worth. And I just felt the camera actually, yeah, she's a bit warm. So I'll try to put the aircon onto it. So we'll go with the phone out here for now. Put the aircon cranking, mate, because she's quite hot. Subaru doesn't have a temperature gauge in the car. It has an oil temperature gauge, and I should check that out. It's at 94. Well, I've driven hotter, so that's not a worry. And that was when I was coming home from work on those bloody 46-degree days. So I think we're pretty much home free to some extent now. The big ass rocks are gone. We're just left with some gravel. Still there's bound to be some little pointy bits. It's not your normal sort of processed, you know, refined gravel. It's a little bit pointy and yeah, bit of a worry. But yeah, the countryside around here, mate. At least I can do that with this. Can't do that with the GoPro. It's bloody awesome. And yeah, we'll probably catch you then at the campsite, I guess. There's something else interesting. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you this road still isn't. I'm not really out of the woods. There's a fucking shitload of corrugations, and there's still a shitload of sharp little stones. So I'm still taking it very easy. I reckon this thing's taken me over an hour to get through here. And hopefully I haven't lost any footage on the GoPro because it overheated. It really shits me, man, these GoPros. Mate, you got to build them tough for Australian conditions. It's only, what, 25 degrees outside apparently. Well, I'm guessing it overheated. It did something. It's definitely not flat. I've had the thing charging the whole time. I just thought I'd show you some of the homesteads around here. Bit hard to try and drive and not get a puncture and show you at the same time, but pretty sure still serviceable. People still living in them. Yep, some cars, yes. But yeah, she's rugged out here, man. Very rugged. Too rugged for the GoPro. I'm hoping it's charging. We'll see how we go when I stop and air up. But yeah, it's a mixture of gravel now, smooth gravel and shit. But I'm gonna turn off here. I'm gonna air up here. So I'll see you later. Anyway, I've just aired up my tyres, which was easier than airing them down. I'll give you the tip. And so now we're just going to take the blacktop, man, because that took way too long. Purnong. There we go. Start. And let's carry on. Man, I'll tell you what, that was fucking hard work, man. Doing those kind of tracks in this car, and with the tyres down at 30 psi. It's the only way that I'll be able to manage it. I was crawling, literally in neutral half the time, and I'm hoping I didn't get any punctures. Didn't hear any hissing. Hard to tell though, because I had to have the car running while the pump was going. But yeah, man, definitely won't be doing that again in a hurry. It's just way too rocky. It's just too much risk of getting a puncture. G'day again, I just thought I'd show you some of the riverside, motherfucker. But yeah, she's quite nice around here. You've got the reed beds here, and then you've got the river over there. You got some, I wouldn't call them cliffs just yet, but you know, you've got some hills just here. And I've got a feeling that this road is all sealed now. It used to be a bit dirt for a particular part, but last time I was down here, they were in the middle of putting a bitumen surface on it. So yeah, no, here we go. So this used to be dirt. So they've got this rough bitumen surface. It's a lot noisier than the stuff I was just on. Probably cheaper for them to do. Bundaberg ginger beer, mate. I don't drink and drive. Not alcohol, at least, anyway. I try not to. I do drink a lot of non-alcoholic beer and light beer these days for when I'm doing, you know, stuff on the road. But if I'm stopped for the night, I'll just go on the heavy gear. But even still, I've cut my beer back right now, back till basically Friday, Saturday nights, maybe a little bit on Sunday. Just don't drink so much alcohol during the week anymore. It's supposed to be good for you, apparently, if you live for a rest. Can't wait to get the KLR back on the road, mate. Let me do some motorcycle camping trips and get back to the two-wheeled stuff. I'll tell you what, it's much more comfortable than this, mind you, but not quite as much fun. Well, boys and girls, we're about to come down the descent into the river, what would you call it? The river itself, the river bed area. And fingers crossed, man, get a spot. Look at that. Hey, isn't that bloody beautiful? Have a look at it. Cornermont. So we go through Cornermont, and then we turn this way. my beams on, mate. Yes, I am arrived now. Oh, there is people here. Let's see where we can go. Let's looking. I can see a spot here before we came. It's not too bad. It's a bit of shade. Yes, I think that can be sufficient. Yes, I think so. It is more rocky, but it will do because it is in the shade, and there's many people elsewhere. So I think we'll go here. Like this.